गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवसमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ वृषभं च शनीनां विश्वरूपमदाभ्यं बृहस्पतिं वरेण्यम् ॐ तद्विष्णोः परमं पदं सदा पश्यन्ति सूरयः दिवीव चक्षुराततम्। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं ज्योतिर्ब्रह्माय नमः। Everyone say Hare Ram Krishna 3 times. Om Hare Rama Krishna, Hare Rama Krishna, Hare Rama Krishna. Om Parasharaya Namah 3 times. Om Parasharaya Namah, Om Parasharaya Namah, Om Parasharaya Namah. Om Ghanesurya Aditya Om 3 times. Om Ghanesurya Aditya Om. Om Ghanesurya Aditya Om. Om Ghanesurya Aditya Om. Okay, we are in BPHS chapter 34, verse 29, page 351, is Dantanam version. सौम्य शुक्रार्कजाः पापाः कुजेद्यार्काः सुभावहाः प्रभवेद्योगमात्रेण न शुभं गुरुशुक्रयोः आरकास्तु शनिश्चन्द्रः साहचर्यात् फलप्रदः सिंहलग्ने प्रजातस्य फलं ज्ञेयं विपश्यता. ओके, सौम्य शुक्रार्कजाः पापाः मीन्स Saumya Shukrakajaha Papaha. Saumya means Mercury, right? Soma's son. Shukra Arkajaha. Shukra is Venus. Arkajaha means Arka is sun. Arkaja means one who is born to sun. So Saturn. So Mercury, Venus and Saturn. Papaha. They are malefic. कुजेज्यार्काः स्वभावः. कुज इज्ज अर्काः. कुज Mars, इज्ज Jupiter, Arka Sun. Sun, Mars and Jupiter are Shubhavaha, means benefits. Prabhaved Yogamatreena Nashubham Gurusukra. Prabhaved, thus they will be. Yogamatreena Nashubham Gurusukrayoho. By the yoga of Guru and Shukra, there is no auspicious results. So even why is it Guru Shukra yoga? Even they are together. Yeah, even if they are together, Jupiter and Venus will not give auspicious results. Now, okay, let's go from the beginning. Now, why is Mercury, Venus and Saturn malefics for Simhalagna? This is all for Simhalagna people. Simhalagne Prajatasya Phalam Gnayam Vipachita. This means the results are seen like this for people born in Leo ascendant. So, if Leo is rising, why is Mercury a malefic? He is the lord of 2nd and 11th houses. 11th is a malefic house. Right? So, that is why Mercury is a malefic. Why is Venus a malefic? He wants 3rd and 10th houses. So 10th house ownership for Venus, he only said, what did he say for benefit owning quadrants? He said he may not give good results, but he didn't specifically say he will give bad results. So Venus owning the 10th house, we are not 100% sure what it means. Strictly going by Parashara's words. But Venus owning 3rd house is bad. So he is a malefic. Saturn, 6th and 7th. Owning 7 is not that malefic, but owning 6th is malefic. And being a malefic planet, he will tend to get the 6th house results more, the diseases, etc. So he is a problematic planet. So these are the malefics. Kuja is the Arka. What about Mars? Fourth, ninth, he wants. Ninth is benefic. Fourth is basically what he said is Kura Nayavashvam Kuryuh Subhascha Tiko. So if natural malefics own quadrants, they don't give Ashubham. They didn't say they will give Subha, but it may be either neutral or auspicious. They won't necessarily do bad things. So, fourth house ownership is okay for Mars, and the ninth house ownership is benefic. So overall, Mars is a benefic. Sun, being the Lagna Lord, he is a benefit. Lagna is a prime. Lagna Lord is always benefic, unless he also wants a Dusthana. Now why Jupiter? 6th and 8th houses. What is the result for 8th house?
Look at the other house.
Look at the other house and also any planet he is with. So, the other house is 5th house. And moreover, Jupiter is the Karka for the 5th house. So, in the house that he is also a significant of, he will give those results very strongly. So, Jupiter is a benefic. Only problem is, if he is with malefics, if he is under malefic influence, then being the 8th lord, he can act as the 8th lord, and under the malefic influence, he can become malefic. That's the only risk.
Generally, Maharshi lists in order of their...
No. He is not listing in the order of their residence or maleficence.
In the previous...
No, he hasn't. When we checked the previous verses, when we found the order of beneficence based on logic, it wasn't in that order. It wasn't in either order. It was basically random order. So that the chandas...
So only Sandhi... So order is not decided.
Order is not decided based on the any kind of logical order astrologically. It's decided just based on how it sounds nice. Okay.
Mercury earlier we said
Yeah.
a lot of...
Actually, one second. That way, Kuja, Ijja, Arka. Arka is a more benefit than Jupiter. Yeah. You were saying something?
Mercury earlier when we...
Yeah.
The flexible, because of the flexible nature we said he might...
Yeah. See, the thing is, if you take Mercury in this case, he is the 11th lord but also 2nd lord. 2nd lord, what is the result? Dvitiya Randheja Sahacharya Phalapadaha Thanandran Dodharte Prabhalat Chaturotram. So, 2nd, 12th and 8th lords, they will become either benefic or malefic based on two factors. One, the other house owned by them. Two, Sahacharyam, who they are with, their company, based on the company. So, based on those two factors, Mercury is more inclined to listen to the planets he is with. So, being the 2nd lord, he will give results based on the Sahacharya. So, apart from being a malefic, if he is with, let's say, Sun and Mars, he may become benefic actually. So, Mercury is less of a malefic.
Same is the case with Moon. Same will be the case with Moon.
Yeah, Moon he hasn't mentioned. Yeah, actually he said, Marakastu Shanishchandaha Sahacharya Phalapadaha. Marakastu Shanihi. Means, Saturn is killer. Why? 7th lord. 2nd and 7th lords are Marakas. And the thing is, Mercury, even though he is the 2nd lord, he is a friend of Lagna lord. Moreover, he may be with benefics and he may become less of a malefic. So he didn't specifically mention Mercury in this case. But Saturn, he is an enemy of the Lagna lord's son. So he is a natural malefic also. So, and 7th lord. So he is a Maraka. Chandraha Sahacharya Phalapadaha. And Moon, he said, will give results based on who he is with. So for one Simhalagna person, Moon may be with Mars or Jupiter or Sun, he may actually become benefic, functional benefic. Another Simhalagna person, he may be with Saturn, may be a malefic. So the way Maharshi has defined benefics and malefics is actually much more fluid and much more chart dependent than the way all other texts that I have seen defined. All modern texts, including Varahamihira, they are all defined in a static way. This is much more dynamic. Simhalagne Prajapatasya Phalam Greyam Vipachita. So we are done with this. Next move on to Kanja Lagna. Kuja Jivendavah Papah Buddha Sukrau Subhavahau Bhargavendu Sudaveva Bhavetam Yoga. Oh, by the way, we missed one thing earlier. Sorry. Prabhavet Yogamatreya Na Shubham Guru Sukrayo. He said, between Jupiter and Venus, just because they are together, no yoga occurs. So, earlier he was mentioning this for the 9th and 10th lords. Here he mentioned the 5th and 10th lords. So, between 5th and 10th lord also there is a Rajoga, right? Kendra Kona lords. So, as far as Mars and Venus are concerned, he didn't mention if Mars and Venus are together, just because they are together, there is no yoga. But Jupiter and Venus being enemies, he mentioned this specifically. Jupiter and Venus are enemies, and moreover, Jupiter, even though he is a benefic, he is also 8th lord. He himself is on the border. And Venus is a clear malefic. So if there is a Rajoga between them, it's not really that powerful. Now let's move on to Kanya Lagna. Kuja Jivendavah Papah Buddha Sukrau Subhavahau Bhargavendu Sutaveva Bhavetam Yoga Karakau Marakoti Kavi Suryah Sahacharya Phalapradaha Kanya Lagnodbhavasyaivam Phalan Juhyani Suridhi. Kuja Jivendavah Papah. Kuja Jiva Indavah. Kuja Mars, Jiva, Jupiter, Indavaha, Moon. Mars, Jupiter and Moon. Papaha, they are the malefics. Buddha Sukrau Subhavahau. Mercury and Venus are benefics. Bhargavendu Sutaveva Bhavetam Yokarkau. Venus and Moon will be Yokarkas. They will become Yokarkas. Now he is specifically saying they will become Yokarkas if they are together, of course. The 9th and 10th Lord, or Lagna and 9th Lord. Marakopi Kavi Suryaha. Okay, actually let's go back to the first one. Kuja Jivendava Papaha. Mars, why is he a malefic? 3rd and 8th house. So because he owns the 3rd and 8th house, he is a malefic. The only thing is, he owns the 3rd house, that makes him a malefic, but he also owns the 8th house. So, based on who he is with, if Mars is with benefics, let's say, he may tend to be benefic. As the 8th Lord, he may act as a benefic planet. As the 3rd Lord, he acts as a malefic planet. So, basically, let me put it this way. As the 3rd Lord, he is supposed to make the person determined and fight, have fighting spirit, have a drive to do things, have that passion, etc. So that basically is considered malefic because that means you are having to do something. It's not coming so easily for you. So he is a malefic. He gives things with difficulty. He doesn't bless easily. But 8th Lord, 8th house can be sudden things, either disappointments or sudden gains, things that without trying come. That also is shown by 8th house. So 8th Lord can do that also. If that happens, it can be a blessing. On the other hand, he can also give setbacks, etc. Now, if he is associated with other benefics, if the 8th Lord is associated with benefics, and he acts more as an 8th Lord than 3rd Lord, then the thing is, he will be giving things easily. So the person doesn't really have to struggle for things. On the other hand, if the 8th Lord is associated with malefics who want the person to work hard, he will also make the person work hard. 8th Lord can make you work hard as well as he can give you sudden breaks, easy breaks. Both are possible with the 8th house. So, it depends on who he is with. Okay. So Mars can actually be less of a malefic for Kanya Lagna. Jiva, Jupiter, he owns 2 Kendras. He is a 4th and 7th. So Kendra ownership is not that auspicious for benefic planets. And he owns 2 of them without owning any trine. So he is a malefic planet. So Jupiter becomes a malefic for Kanya Lagna. Hindu, Moon becomes a malefic because he owns the 11th house. He gives thoughts of gains, etc.
If you are just for the comparison, comparing.
Yeah, in my view, Moon is the worst malefic. Then comes Jupiter. Then comes Mars and then Jupiter. Unless Mars is qualified. Suppose you take my chart. Mars is, even though 3rd and 8th Lord, he is in the 8th house. So he basically is more of, and 8th house is stronger than 3rd house. So he is more of 8th Lord than 3rd Lord. And he is in one house. And he is with Mercury, Jupiter and Venus. Mercury, Venus and Saturn. So Saturn is the 5th lord, Mercury is the Lagna lord and Venus is the 9th lord. So all the 3 trine lords are together with him. So he is with 2 planets who are mentioned by Parashara as benefics and Saturn who is neither, who is mixed. So he is with them, and being the 8th lord based on the verse, he can become benefic. So he will give the result of 3rd house, and as the 8th lord, he becomes benefic. So Mars is less of a malefic in my chart. So Moon is the worst malefic, then Mars, and then finally Jupiter. In general, but in my case, probably Jupiter is more malefic than Mars. Buddha Shukrau Subhavaho. Mercury and Venus are auspicious. They are benefic planets. Bhargavendu Sutaveva Bhavetam Yoga Arko. If Venus and Mercury are together, they give yoga. They give a Raj Yoga. Bhargavendu Sutau. Indu Suta. Not Hindu. If it was Hindu, the Dvitiya Shakti of Hindu would have been Hindu. Bhargavendu it would have been. That means Venus and Moon. But it's not Hindu, it's just Hindu. So the word is not over. Bhargava, Hindu, there is something else. So look at the next one, that is Sutau. Sutaveva means Sutau Eva. Sutau Eva. So Bhargavendu Sutau. Hindu Sutaha means Suta of Hindu. Moon, sun. So Mercury. So Eva means only, exclusively. In Hindi, he. So he is saying Mercury and Venus only. Buddha or Shukra he. So only they become Bhavetam Yokarka. Only they become Yokarka. Which means any other Raj Yoga given by, let's say, Saturn and Jupiter, Jupiter and Venus, those are not really that much of Raj Yogas for Kanya Lagna. Because Jupiter is a malefic. Saturn is a neutral planet. So on the other hand, Mercury and Venus are both benefics. So if yoga is given by a benefic planet, it is more auspicious. It shows blessings. But the thing is, quite honestly, even yoga given by malefic planets is not bad. It shows success through effort, success through hard work, success through labor. Whereas if it is the ones Parashara mentioned, they show success very easily. That is what we normally think of as Rajyoga. Marakopi kavi surya sahacharya phalapradaha. Marakopi kavihi means Marakopi kavihi. Yeah, Marakopi kavihi. Kavi is Venus. Venus is a poet. Poet means Venus. Venus is also a killer. Marakopi, Marakaha. The second house. Because he is second lord. Is he yoga? He is Yokarka, but at the same time he is also Maraka. Of course, Jupiter is also Maraka. He did not mention him. But Jupiter being the 7th lord, he can also be Maraka. Jupiter and Venus.
But why Sun?
Sun is not Maraka. Surya Sahacharya Phalapradaha. Venus gives, Sun gives results based on Sahacharya. Who he is with. Association. So who is aspecting him, who is with him, based on that, he will give results.
So 12th Lord generally by Sahacharya?
Not just 12th Lord, 2nd, 8th and 12th Lord. He will either give based on Sahacharya or other house own. In the case of Moon and Sun, there is no other house own. So if Moon or Sun happens to own 2nd, 8th or 12th, they are neither benefic nor malefic. You have to decide based on the influence on them. It's a very important role. Kanya lagnodbhavasya phalan yuhyani suribhi. For a person born in Kanya Lagna, phalani uhyani suribhi. By learned people, by scholars, this should be imagined like this. The next one. Let's go to Tula Lagna. Jiva kabhusutah papaha shanaishcharabuthau shubhau. Bhavetam raja yogasya karakau chandra tatsutau. Chandra tatsutau. Okay. Kujo nihanti jivadyaha papa maraka lakshanaha shukrah tamah phalanyevam vigneyani tulodbhave. Okay. By the way, in the previous one, he did not mention Saturn. He only mentioned Mars, Jupiter and Moon being malefic Mercury, Venus being benefic and Sun being
Based on the association.
based on the association. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 6 planets were mentioned. Saturn is not mentioned. He is the 5th and 6th lord. 5th lord is a benefic, 6th lord is a malefic. So because he did not mention as either Sahacharya Phalaprada or Shubha or Papa, he is a Sama, he is a neutral planet. So for Kanya Lagna, Saturn is a neutral planet. Jivar, next one, now let's go through the Tula Lagna. Jivarka Bhusutaha Papaha, Jiva Arka Bhusutaha. Jiva, Jupiter, Arka, Sun, Bhusuta, Mars, Son of Earth, Mars. Papaha, they are malefic. Shanaischara Budhau Shubhau. Mercury and Saturn are benefics. Bhavetam Rajayogasya Karakau Chandratasutau. Bhavetam Rajayogasya Karakau Chandratasutau. Bhavetam Rajayogasya Karakau. The one causing a Rajoga will be Chandra Tatsutau. Chandra, moon, Tatsutau. Tat means here his Sutaha.
Mercury.
His sun, Mercury. Moon and Mercury being the 9th and 10th lords. They are benefics. They become Rajoga Karkivas. Because moon is a benefic or malefic as the 10th lord. It depends on...
As association.
No, association is for 2, 8 and 12, not for Kendras.
For Kendras?
Kendra ownership, Kendra shows effort. Kendra ownership is neither benefic nor malefic. It is...
No, if it is a benefic, then he might not be really beneficial.
He basically said if it is a benefic, even if it's a benefic, it's not really that benefic. Even if it's a malefic, it's not that malefic. So, whether it's actually benefic or malefic for a particular case wasn't really clearly mentioned. Through examples he is clarifying. So, for Tula Lagna, moon's ownership of the 10th house is, it is neither benefic nor malefic, but it's average. So, basically, moon is not a malefic planet for Tula Lagna. So, for that reason, and Mercury is a benefic. So, for that reason, their yoga is a Rajoga.
So,
no
consideration of waxing moon is not that.
He is not mentioning those. So, irrespective of whether he is waxing or waning, moon is a neutral planet for Tula Lagna. Jiva Arka Bhusutaha. Jupiter, Sun and Mars are the malefics. Why? Jupiter is the 3rd and 6th lord, clear malefic. Sun, 11th lord, clear malefic. Mars, he is actually on the border. He is the 2nd and 7th lord. 7th lordship is okay for Mars, right? It's not that bad. But he wants 2nd. 2nd ownership may be good or may be bad. So Mars may be little malefic or border. So Mars is actually, even though he was mentioned as a malefic, he is actually up for grabs, depending on the chart. But clearly, Jupiter and Sun are malefics. Shanaischara Budhau Subhau. Saturn owns 4th and 5th houses. 4th ownership is not malefic for Saturn, and 5th ownership is benefic. So overall, he is a benefic, irrespective of associations. And Mercury, of course, being the 12th and 9th lord, 9th is benefic. 12th, you see the other house, 9th or Sahacharya. So other house is benefic. So overall, he is a benefic. But depending on the Sahacharya, he may be less of a benefic or more of a benefic. Suppose this Mercury is with Saturn in a chart, he will be more of a benefic. Suppose this Mercury is with Jupiter or Sun, then he is a malefic. He becomes more malefic. But overall, having the 9th ownership, he is a benefic. There is some beneficence. But Saturn would be a better benefic if Mercury is associated. If Mercury is well associated, then Mercury will be a better benefic. So either Mercury or Saturn may be better benefic. And like I said, Moon and Mercury combination is Rajoga. Kujo nihanti jivadjaha papa marak.
What about Venus?
He'll come later. Kujo nihanti means Mars kills.
The Mars is
Because he is Pakka killer, he is a clear killer. 2nd and 7th lord. He wants both. And he is an enemy of Lagna lord. So he is a clear killer. Jivadjaha papa marak lakshanaha. Jivadjaha papa means Jupiter etc. malefic planets, they have killer qualities, which means if they are afflicting the 2nd lord or 7th lord or afflicting 2nd or 7th house, they can also become killers. Basically, Earlier he said male, in another chapter he said, actually later, not earlier, in the killers Marka chapter. Papagrahas, when they associate with the second and seventh house or Lord, they become killers. And here he is clarifying. By Papagrahas I don't mean Sun, Saturn, Mars, etc. I mean the Lagna dependent Papagrahas.
Functional.
The functional malefics, not natural malefics. Basically not the, though, like I said so many times, the words Soumya and Krura were used by Parasara for natural malefics and natural malefics. The words Shubha and Papa are used for functional malefics and functional malefics. Parasara maintained a clear distinction, even though people confuse. So for Marka, people consider that if Mars or Saturn is in the second or the seventh, they become Marka. But what Parasara said is, for Tula Lagna, for example, if Sun and Jupiter are in the second or seventh house or affecting Mars, they become Markas. So he clearly said Jivadhyaha. The same thing he did in a couple of other verses also. So he is clarifying that second lord, seventh lord and any functional malefics associating with the second and seventh, or second lord, seventh lord, they become killers. Shukraha Samaha. Lagna lord Venus is neutral. Why? He is Lagna lord, so he is a benefic, but he is also eighth lord.
Eighth Lord association basically says that look at the other.
Yeah, for eighth lord you should see the other house are the ones that he
is
associated with. So he may actually become benefic, but he has given as neutral. So in general he is a neutral planet because he owns eighth and second, eighth house and Lagna, but he can be mixed. Phalanyevam Vigneyani Tulodbhave. A person born in Tula, Phalanyevam Vigneyani. Result should be seen like this. The next one. Sitagnasanayah Papah Shubho Gurunishakarau Surya Chandramasau Eva Bhavetam Jogarakau Kujasamah Siddhadyascha Papa Marakalakshanaha Evam Phalam Cha Vigneyam Vrishchikodaya Janmanaha Evam Phalam Cha Vigneyam. Like this Phalam, result Cha Vigneyam should be well understood. Result should be well understood like this. For who? Vrishchikodaya Janmanaha. For a person born in Scorpio rising. Vrishchikodaya. When Scorpio is rising, a person born there. For such a person, result should be seen like this. Like what? Sita Gna Shanayah Papaha. Sita Gna Shanayah. Sita means white one. Venus. Gna. Knower. Huh?
Mercury.
Mercury is an knower. The one who learns. Knowledgeable one. Not the wise one. Gnana means. Gnana means learned one. Knowledgeable one. Gnana, one who has Gnana. Sita Gna Shanayah. Shani. Mercury, Venus and Saturn are functional malefics. Shubho Guru Nishakarau. Shubho Guru Nishakarau. Jupiter and Moon are benefics. Why? Sita, Venus is 12th and 7th lord. Being the 7th lord, he is not that much of a benefit. He is either neutral or slightly malefic. And he is also the 12th lord. So depending on the associations, he may become slightly benefic, but overall he is malefic. So Venus is a malefic.
8th, 11th lord.
Mercury is 8th and 11th lord. Being the 11th lord, he is clear malefic. But being the 8th lord, depending on the Sahajarya, he may become benefic. But overall he is malefic.
Jupiter is a killer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Killer is different, benefic is different. Benefic can kill you, which you have seen earlier also.
Yeah.
So, Shani, why is Shani a Papa? He is the third and fourth lord. Fourth lord is not that much of a malefic, but third lord is a malefic. So overall he is a malefic. So, malefics are Saturn, Venus and Mercury. Shubho Guru Nishakarau. Jupiter and Moon are benefics. Why? Because they are the trine lords. Moon is a clear benefic, but Jupiter, even though he owns fifth, he is also the second lord. So depending on the association, he may become slightly benefic. But there is fifth house ownership to offset it. So overall he is a benefic, but suppose he is acting more as a second lord rather than fifth lord. Suppose he is in the second house or otherwise having more attachment to the second house. And let's say he is ill-associated. He is with, let's say, Saturn and Mercury. Then, even though he is the fifth lord, he may act more as a malefic. So bottom line is, he can act as a either benefic or malefic as the second lord, and he can act as a benefic as the fifth lord. See which one dominates.
But if you have to give a numerical value to Jupiter's beneficiency or maleficence,
That depends on the chart.
in that way also, sir.
Yeah.
Moon is because he's fifth.
Moon is clearly more benefic.
Yeah.
But the thing is, let's say Moon is more benefic in general, but let's say in a particular chart, Jupiter is with Moon. Let's say that too in Sagittarius or Pisces. Jupiter can become more benefic than Moon also. Because he is already benefic owning the fifth, and owning the second and associated with a benefic planet, he may become even more benefic. So he is doubly benefic.
Okay.
So it's difficult to say who is more of a benefic. Depending on the chart, Jupiter may be either more benefic or less benefic than Moon.
This is where I am trying to understand, sir. Say, because of ninth house lordship, Moon has 100% beneficence.
Yeah.
And because of the fifth and second house, it's been divided for Jupiter.
Okay, so you want to say it's 50% benefic,
50
other 50...
Depends on whom he is with.
Yeah, you can look at it like that also.
But in that way, Jupiter can never be more than 100%.
Yes, okay. If you look at it that way, then Moon is always more benefic. Jupiter is less benefic.
My question is it an okay way to...
That is actually logical. It is logical to look like that. So, Moon and Jupiter are benefic. And the thing is, it's not really a great idea to try to quantify the beneficence. Actually see, is he a benefic, is he average, or is he super benefic? The thing is, between super benefic, who will give better results? To see that, you have to see their strengths and their restrictions, etc. That is more important than whether he is 80% benefic or 100% benefic. That is less of a factor. Bottom line is, he is a benefic. Only problem is, let's say he is in the second house with Saturn and Mercury. Then he becomes actually not as benefic. He is probably just 50 or 60% benefic. Then he is on the border. He is clearly inferior to Moon. Surya Chandra Masavega Bhavetam Yogakarakav. Moon and Sun only become Yogakarkas. Why? Well, here they are the 9th and 10th lords.
But the 10th lordship, Sun doesn't really...
Okay, Sun is the 10th lord. Is he a benefic? No. He is neither mentioned as a benefic nor as a benefic.
Yogakarka is the corner, holding of the trine lord and Kendra Kona.
Yeah. Yogakarka, a single planet becoming Yogakarka means he owns trine and quadrant. But here he is using Yogakarka in the context of planets who give Rajoga. That is why Mercury and Venus are Rajogas, Yogakarkas for Kanya Lagna, Moon and Mercury for the Tula Lagna and so on. So Yogakarka, two Yogakarkas is used for two planets giving Rajoga. So Sun, Yoga is actually not ruled out like in some other Lagnas. Why? Because he is even though he is the 10th lord, being a natural malefic, his ownership of quadrant is not that malefic. So he is either neutral or slightly benefic. So, given that, he is capable of giving Rajayogas. So, in this case, Sun and Moon, if they are together, it is a Rajayoga. Kujah samah chitadya kujah samaha. Mars is neutral. Why? Why is he neutral? He owns 6th house and Lagna. 6th house is clearly benefic, Lagna is clearly benefic. So you balance them, he is a neutral planet.
This should be much worse than the Venus in the earlier case.
Yeah. Yes, because in the earlier case it was 8th house. Now it is 6th house. Yeah. But the thing is, if the 8th lord was associated with malefics, then it will be the same. But potentially this is worse than the other one. Tula Lagna ownership for Venus could be slightly benefic, depending on his associations. Suppose he is with Saturn and Mercury. Yeah. Sitadhyah Kujah samah sitadhyah papa markaksnaha. Sitadhyasya papa marakaksanaha. Venus, etc., malefics, they have killer qualities. So basically, malefics, if they associate with the second and seventh house, they become killers. He is not specifically mentioning either Jupiter or Venus as a maraka. In the case of Jupiter, he is Lagna Lord's friend, and also he is the fifth lord of Purvapunya. So a planet representing Purvapunya also killing, moreover when he is Lagna Lord's friend, is unlikely. So he is not mentioning Jupiter as a maraka. What about Venus? Well, he is mentioning Venus as a malefic, as a maraka. So Venus does have markatva, and other natural, other functional malefics apart from Venus, who are Mercury and Saturn, they are also capable of killing. If they associate with the second or seventh house. But Venus is clearly a marka, irrespective of association. And Jupiter is not that much of a marka. Evam phalam cha vigneyam vrishchikodaya janmanaha. Like this, you see the results for somebody born when Vrishchika is rising, when Scorpio is rising. So we will stop here. We will finish the next 4 lagnas in the next. Start the slide. Okay, we will see an example. Give me the data.
August 21st, 1952.
Actually, I may have your chart. 1 second. I may have it in, yeah, I think I do. Only one event I have, 1989 December 7 marriage. Okay. So the data is 1953, August 31 is the time 4:05 a.m. 4:05 a.m. 4 hours 5 minutes a.m. 5 hours 30 minutes east of GMT IST. The place is Visakhapatnam or Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam, 83 degrees 18 minutes east, 17 degrees 42 minutes north. Okay. So what do we see?
Its time is what?
4:05 a.m. August 31, 1953. I had to switch to Surya Siddhanta. Okay. Surya Siddhanta. So Lagna is 20 degree 40 minutes Cancer. Moon is 7 degree 44 minutes Taurus, right? Okay. So the question is, there is a specific question. There was a layoff at his company recently. He was not affected by it, but he is concerned now that the layoffs have started. He is wondering if there will be another round and whether he has a risk of losing job. So how the next year or so for the job. So that's basically what we are going to see. Okay.
What time you have, Martha? No, this is a new computer.
I have it here. I know.
I never change, but it's 4 minutes 20 seconds a.m. That's what I have.
4:20.
Yeah.
Okay, that may be rectified. We'll check that. So the time, there is a change. It is 4 hours 4 minutes 20 seconds a.m. 4:20. So we'll use that time. Okay.
So we look at D10, right?
Yeah, we'll look at D10. First, let's look at the natal chart. Let us look at the natal chart. And the Vimshotri Dasha. Okay. What is the Dasha running right now?
Saturn.
Based on Vimshotri.
Saturn Ketu.
Is it?
Saturn Mercury. Saturn Mercury.
Saturn Dasha is running, Mercury Antardasha is running. Shani Buddha. And then within a few months, Ketu will come. So Saturn Mercury, Saturn Ketu. These are the Antardashas we have to look at and see if there is any risk in any of them. Okay. How is Saturn Dasha overall? Let us look at the Dashamsa. What is the Lagna?
Dashamsa?
Yeah.
Virgo.
Virgo. Virgo is the Lagna. So Saturn is 5th Lord. 5th and 6th Lord. He is a neutral planet. He is exalted. And he is with the Lagna Lord. So is the current Antardasha good or bad? And are they close or are they far away? They are both actually in the first house. If you look at the divisional longitudes, Saturn and Mercury are in the first house. They are extremely close. So even though according to what Parashara taught today, they are not really that much of Yokarkas, still it's a good combination. Lagna Lord and Fifth Lord together in first house. It's a combination for recognition, etc. Right? But the fact that he is the sixth Lord can mean Saturn, during Saturn there will be some struggle, some fights, some fights to overcome, some obstacles to overcome. That is also there. But overall it's a neutral planet. It's neither benefic nor malefic. But the Mercury Antardasha, is there a chance of losing job in Mercury Antardasha? Is there a chance? Very unlikely.
It's a Lagna Lord and
Lagna Lord and 10th
Lord.
Lord. So he is unlikely to lose job in that period. Even if he loses, he will immediately find another one, even before he steps out. New beginnings can be given, but there is no tension. No, Lagna Lord. Lagna Lord can give new beginnings. But, so, by the way, AL is also near them. AL is at 9 degree Libra. Yeah. So both of them are actually in the 12th house from AL. 12th house from AL can show some loss of status or some fall in the status. But except that they don't really show losing job or anything. So from that point of view, they seem to be fine. Moreover, let's see from A10. A10 is at 13 degree Virgo. So from A10 also they are in the first house. So benefic planets from Lagna or neutral and benefic planets in the A10, they can't really kill the job. So it seems safe till May at least. And after that, Ketu Antardasha will come. Is there a risk in that Antardasha? Tell me. Is Ketu a benefic or malefic for this Lagna?
He's the third Lord.
Third Lord can give a break.
Yeah. A third break.
And he is with the seventh Lord. He gives results based on association. Jupiter is with him. Jupiter is a malefic for this Lagna. Moreover, he is the seventh Lord of break in service. So during Ketu period, either thoughts of own business can come or break in the service is a possibility. So if at all there is a risk, it is after around May 20 or so, next year May. So second half of next year there is a risk and the first half of 2012. So 1 year period starting from next May has a little bit of risk. But right now it doesn't seem really that bad. Actually it doesn't seem bad at all, not that bad. It doesn't seem bad. Right now it seems quite conducive. Now let us look at the Tithi Pravesh chart. Look at current Tithi Pravesh chart first. 2010.
September.
So the Dashyamsa Lagna has 5-6 Lagna, right? Moon is in Lagna. So how is the chart overall? Who is the ruler of the year? Mars. In Dashyamsa he is exalted. Ninth Lord exalted. Good or bad? Good. Ninth Lord exalted in the 11th house of gains. Association between 9th and 11th house is always good. It's a good combination for fortune. And 9th Lord Mars is with Jupiter. Even though there is distance between them, they are together. So this year is good. Saturn is in the 6th house, that is good. Malefic in the 6th house will give overcoming the obstacles if there are any obstacles. And 9th Lord Ketu is in the 9th house, Rahu is in the 3rd house. So overall it seems quite good. Sun is in the 10th house. Is Sun in the 10th house good?
Yes.
He is in friendly sign. He is in Admitra Rasi. So Sun, the 6th Lord in the 10th house. He ensures that career is smooth and he is recognized well. He is in the good books of authority. Sun is authorities. So in the good books of authority. So this is a good year.
But Saturn in 6th house is it really good?
Saturn in 6th house can give some obstacles, but malefic in the 6th house will make him work hard to fulfill the obstacles, to overcome the obstacles. So obstacles will be overcome. But it's not a combination for losing job. Combination for losing job is in the 7th, 8th and 3rd houses. And they are not really that There isn't anything bad going on there. So, my reading is, he is fine. See, when Mercury and the Mercury Dasha comes in from May 25 to July 20 next year, little bit of care should be taken. I mean, it is possible to have some problem in the career, but the thing is, but my feeling is, Venus and Mercury in the 12th house, being the 7th and 8th lords, even though they are markas, overall the chart is so strong that markas can't really kill. So, it's unlikely that in this Sthiti Pravesh year, there will be a job loss. It's very unlikely. But how is the next year? Because in May, the Antardasha will change, right? So after that, from May to August, the same Sthiti Pravesh chart will run and it seems good. So let's look at 2011 Sthiti Pravesh chart to see if the possibility given by the natal Jyothishya shows certification based on Sthiti Pravesh.
Sir.
2011. The ruler of the year is Sun. Right? The Lagna in the Dashamsa is?
Lagna is Pisces.
Lagna is Pisces. Oh. Do you see any bad indications?
For a Lord, ruler of the year is in 8th, is in 7th.
Yeah. Ruler of the year Sun is in the 7th house. 7th house of? He is the 6th lord in the 7th house. So, actually there are a bunch of planets in the 7th house, including 8th lord Venus, the Maraka. 3rd and 8th lord Venus is in the 7th house. And taking the 6th house as Lagna, taking the 6th house of service as Lagna, the 3rd lord is in 2nd house, debilitated. It's a Maraka combination, Venus. 8th lord Jupiter is with him, Maraka combination. Lagna lord Sun is with him. So basically Lagna lord is with the 3rd and 8th lord in the 2nd house. And Ketu is affecting Sun. So this looks quite bad, quite honestly. Right? So Sun Dasha is when? 2012 February time frame. And Jupiter Dasha is August to October next year. Jupiter Dasha. Jupiter is there is a chance of problem in Jupiter Dasha also. Rahu is fine, pardon me?
2012 sir, not next year.
Next year, 2011. Oh, yeah, 2011. 2011 August is Jupiter Dasha.
22nd, right?
Yeah, 22nd August to 23rd October. So Jupiter is a problematic planet. Rahu also. Oh, we didn't check that. Taking the 6th house of service as Lagna, Simha. From there, Rahu is the 7th lord in the 8th house. So is he a Maraka? 7th lord in the 8th is a Maraka. So for service, he can show problem. So Rahu Dasha, October 23 to December 1. So basically from August 22 next year, a few months, 4 months approximately, 3.5 months, is, and even Venus actually, right?
Rahu is 6th lord in 8th.
No. From the 6th house of Simha as Lagna. Service is 6th house Simha. Not Kanya. Kanya is end of service. Service is shown by Simha. So he is the 7th lord in the 8th house. Marka. So service is a Marka. So Rahu Dasha, Jupiter Dasha, Venus Dasha. Venus is also from Simha, he is the 3rd lord in 2nd house, debilitated. He is even worse. So all these are problematic planets. Sun, he is not so bad. Even though he is in the 2nd house from 6th house, he is the 6th lord. He may or he may not really kill the service, except that he is the Hora lord. So he can give the results of other planets he is with. So bottom line is, Moon, once he comes, that is good. But until Moon comes, until the end of February, starting from August next year, until February, the period is very, very dicey period from the point of view of remaining in service. So from the Sthiti Pravesh, August, what is the Sthiti Pravesh date? August 21. So August 21, 2011 till February 28, 2012. So those approximately 6 months are problematic months. There is a chance, there is a pretty strong chance of losing job during that period. So the thing is, there is still several months of safety time. So the thing is, this is just an indication. because Vinchotri shows some possibility and this also strengthens the possibility, there is a decent chance. But now nothing can be 100% sure, ever. So what you should do is build the situation in such a way that by this time it will be difficult to get it off you. So because there is a strong chance in this period, try to avoid it through conscious effort. But until then you are safe in my opinion. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Any propitiation here?
Any propitiation well that you can see from the natal chart. Go back to the natal chart. Who's the Amatya Karaka? Amatya Karaka. Rahu. Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, Amatya Karaka Rahu, in my view, you should count backwards from Rahu in my view. So if you count from Rahu backwards, you get Cancer. The Lord is Moon. So Moon is the Palan Devata. Moreover, one second. Let us see who are the planets associated with the 10th house and 6th house. Moon is actually in the 6th house from Lagna, in the Dashamsha. So both the ways actually Moon seems good. So Moon, sattvic forms of the Divine Mother, like Parvati, Lalita, that kind of forms. Gauri. So that will be good. Worshipping Gauri. And of course, Mercury is the 10th Lord. What is the Dasha running right now?
Krishna, I thought Saturn, Mercury, sir.
Yeah, Saturn. Okay, Saturn Dasha is running right now. So for Saturn Dasha, what is the best propitiation? Vishnu. So either, and moreover, Mercury is the Lagna Lord and 10th Lord in the Dashamsha. So Vishnu Sahasranama is one idea, the other is Lalita or Gauri. So those are the two ideas. Okay. Any other points you want to, any other things you want to suggest? Anything else you want to suggest? Okay. So with that we will end this example. We will take up one more example. So give me the data. The one that you were suggesting earlier.
Yes, sir.
Take up one more example. So give me the data. The one that you were suggesting earlier.
Yes, sir.
Actually I may have it. Okay. I did see that person's chart earlier. Yep. The chart is 1969 October 28, 6:12 a.m. Indian Standard Time, 5 hours 30 minutes east of GMT. The place is Vijayawada, India. 80 degrees 37 minutes east, 16 degrees 31 minutes north. Right? So, October 28, 1969, 6:12 a.m. IST. 6:12 a.m. IST. Indian Standard Time, 5 hours 30 minutes east of GMT. Vijayawada, India. 80 degrees 37 minutes east, 16 degrees 31 minutes north. Any... Okay. So what are we looking for? Can you tell me?
What is the name of the person? Kumar.
You can save it as Kumar.
He's been having issues with his career, sir.
Yeah. His career has been unstable for a few years now.
For a few years.
2-3 years, yeah.
And since last
3 years.
Since this September,
Yeah.
I don't think he's in any job or he's looking for a job
Okay.
right now.
And his career has been unstable for 2-3 years, and since September last year he is out of job. So almost a year now. More than a year. Okay. And he was in IT, right?
September this year, sir.
Oh, September this year. So just a couple of months. Okay, good. Very good.
And he's basically asking us if he should relocate back to...
He is considering going back to India. And his question is it a good idea or should he look for a job in UK? He is based in UK. Okay.
A bunch of events.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of events already. we already rectified this chart. I will not rectify this. We will just look at the event. Now, what is the dasha he is running? Let us just stick to Vimsotri dasha. What is the dasha he is running?
Jupiter Venus.
Okay, Jupiter dasha, Venus Antardasha. Do they show going back to the motherland?
They are in the 12th house in the Rasi chart.
Are they in the 12th house actually, based on longitude? Yeah, both of them are in the 12th house.
Yeah.
Jupiter, Venus are in the 12th house. In the Chaturthamsa, how are they? In the D4 chart, which shows residence, Jupiter is the 12th lord aspecting 12th house. So he shows being abroad. And of course, for most of Jupiter Dasha, he has been abroad until now. What about the Venus Antardasha? Can Venus show going back to motherland?
5th house also, 5th house lordships are Venus.
Yeah.
Venus is so
He is the 5th lord exalted. He is Yokaraka. He is the 5th lord. 5th lord can show repatriation to the motherland. Right? Moreover, taking Jupiter as Lagna, Venus owns 12th house but also 5th house. So he is the exalted 5th lord both from Dasha lord as well as Lagna. So both the ways he has connection with the 5th house. So there is a chance of repatriation, going back to the motherland. The problem is, what we need to see is, if he goes back, will he have to come back? So after that, Sun Antardasha will come, Moon Antardasha will come. Sun and Moon are associated with the 8th house, will show a lot of instability. And then Mars. Mars is Badhaka Lord in the D4. And then Rahu. Rahu is in the Badhaka Sthana. So Mars and Rahu are showing some indication of going back. But the thing is, Mercury Dasha, Jupiter Dasha will be over in 2018. After that, Saturn Dasha will come. Does Saturn show being abroad or being in motherland? He is Lagna Lord in the 7th house of long travels. He may give long travels, but he doesn't really have much to do with 9th house or 12th house. On the other hand, he is Lagna Lord. So he may make the person be in the motherland. So the thing is, if he goes now, there will be some instability for a few years. He may be moving from one place to another, go to Bangalore, go to Chennai, go to Hyderabad, like that. But the thing is, it does not seem likely that he will come back. I know some people who went and then they didn't like it. They couldn't readjust in India. They couldn't adjust where they are from. Even though they are originally from India, they couldn't adjust to the modified lifestyle there. They just came back. After a couple of years, they decided to come back. So I know some people like that. So that is the concern basically. Is that a possibility? There is some possibility in the Mars Rahu Antardashas. In the 2015-2016 time frame, 2015 to 2017 time frame, there is some chance of moving back to a faraway country, moving back abroad. But for that, there is a good chance that he will stay abroad for a long time, because Saturn Dasha is showing the possibility of being in the motherland. So overall, combining everything, the fact that in Jupiter Dasha, bunch of the Dasha is over, and right now 5th Lord Antardasha is coming, and even though a couple of planets associated with Badhaka Sthana, their Dashas are coming, their Antardashas are coming, soon after them the Dasha of the Lagna Lord is coming. So overall, piecing all these things together, it seems likely that if he goes back now, he will stay. He will not have to come back. So it seems like an auspicious time to go back to India. And if he really wants to go back to India, what is an ideal time? Since this August, the time has already come. And it should be before 2013 March. Before 2013 March, he should go back. Now let us look at the Tithi Pravesh charts. Let's look at the Tithi Pravesh chart. First let us look at current year, okay?
But is the first person whether he get a job, then only he wants to go.
His question was also related to the Samsa, sir. So
Yeah, okay, we'll see that also. So let us see.
his primary concern of going back to India was stemmed from the reason that he doesn't have really.
Yeah. So Jupiter is, how is he in the Samsa?
Samsa.
He is in the 12th house. He is a malefic. In the Samsa chart, he is a malefic. And he is in the 12th house.
This is debilitated, right?
For me, he is debilitated. He is a debilitated planet, he is a malefic, he is with Sun. So, is it a great dasha?
No, why are you saying?
We are looking at natal dasha.
Not the Pravesh. Not the Pravesh.
Yeah, we went back to, because we were going to see Tripravesh chart for when is a good time to go back to India. But before that, let's have an outlook on the career also.
The Badaka lordship for Venus, and Venus is in the 10th house.
Venus is right now, his Antardasha is running. Yeah.
He is the Badaka lord in the 10th house.
Yeah. He is a Badaka lord in the 10th house. So, he can give some troubles. Moreover, if you, being a benefic planet for Kumbhalagna, he can give some good results. But the problem is that Mahadasha is that of Jupiter. And Venus doesn't really have sway over Jupiter because they are enemies. If it's a friend's Mahadasha, Venus Antardasha can give good results because Venus is willing to give good results to this person. He is willing to give some unexpected setbacks, being the Badaka Lord, but he is also willing to give some stability in the career. Venus is willing to do that. But in Jupiter Dasha, Venus Antardasha is not really capable of forcing that result. So, overall, this is not a great Antardasha. After that will come Jupiter's Sun. That is even worse because Sun is 7th Lord in inimical sign in Manakarka Sthana. So, Sun Antardasha will be even worse. So, compared to the current Jupiter Venus Antardasha, Sun Antardasha will be even worse. So, overall, but the thing is, Venus can be relatively better because he is at least Yokarka. So, Venus Antardasha is relatively better. Sun will be even worse.
Why I missed the sun part? Sun is in 12th house, right?
Yeah, Manakarka Sthana.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, overall, the outlook is not that great for his career. Once Saturn Dasha comes, he can have some success in business. Because Saturn is Lagna Lord in the 7th house. Some success in business is possible for Saturn.
But it's 2018.
Yeah. He may be in Gandanta, but he is better than Jupiter. Jupiter is a malefic for this Lagna. So Jupiter Dasha is unlikely to give a smooth career to this person. And moreover, in the Rashi chart, Saturn is a Yokarka. So Saturn Dasha will be better for this person. So the thing is, instead of struggling abroad until Saturn Dasha comes, it's not a bad idea to relocate to India and then build a base there and prepare the situation for having a business after 2018. It's not a bad idea. Now let us go to the current annual chart. First let us look at 2010 annual chart. Hora Lord is Sun. And the Dasha running right now. Actually, before looking at Dasha, look at the Dashamsha. Right now, in the beginning Mars, when the year started, Mars Dasha was running, right? Actually, when did he lose the job?
September.
So let's go back to 2009 Thitya Pravesh chart. Let's see if it makes sense. In 2009 he lost job, right?
2010 September.
Okay, 2010 September. So if you look at the 2009 Thitya Pravesh chart, the Hora Lord is Saturn, right?
So Moon Dasha he lost.
Moon Dasha he lost job as per 2009 Thitya Pravesh chart. Why did Moon give a loss of job? He is debilitated moon, he is taking the 6th house of service. Was he in service or contracting? Okay, that's okay. But the thing is, taking the 10th house of work as Lagna then, instead of taking 6th house, just take the 10th house of career as Lagna in the Samsa. He is the 3rd lord in the 7th house. So he is a Marka. Right? And from Lagna, he is the 12th lord of compromise, loss, etc. So basically, Sandasya can give loss. Moreover, there is sun-moon combination, which is Amavasya Yoga.
He's in third hour.
He says, it was my fault, sir. He says there were breaks in career from 1st September 2009.
1st September 2009. Okay.
I'm reading his...
1st September 2009, there were breaks.
From then, there were breaks. The last job that he had was resigned due to lack of interest in the job and appreciation on 1st July 2009.
This is what I was referring to.
And the last day of work is 28th August 2009. Break in career from 1st September 2009 to date.
Yeah.
Almost thinking of selling permanent assets in India to sustain life in UK.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay, so let's
He's on contract from May 17th to 30th November. Okay. A lot of information has been given to us.
Yeah. Actually,
The overall instability.
Overall instability has been there for a while. That is what I remember from the mails that I read earlier. That is what I remembered. There was a lot of instability, and part of it his own creation basically. He was expecting too much. This is what I told him also. I told him you have to reduce your expectations because you are at the end of the day you are running Jupiter Dasha. He is a functional malefic for you. He is in the 12th house. In some Antardasha or some set of Antardashas, you may have had a good career just by luck. So don't expect that to continue. So you will have an average career during this period. Adjust for it basically. Don't say I don't have appreciation so I want to resign. If you want a job, settle for some job. So this was my advice to him a couple of years back. And after that he did find a job, but he did not really keep it, and somehow it seemed to me like he was not really interested because he didn't think the job was worth him. So that's why that is what I was saying before I opened the chart. So he should reduce his expectations. Selling the assets, permanent assets in India to sustain him in UK is not a bad idea, but it's not a great idea either. The bottom line is you will have an average career until 2018. So prepare the ground so that after 2018 there is a chance of success in business. So prepare the ground and be a little humble during this period. Don't expect too much. And don't complain about lack of appreciation. There are people who don't even get an opportunity to have a job, forget appreciation and having a good job. So whatever you have a chance to do, just do it. That is my advice. Okay, so let us see the current year. Is there a chance of getting job now? 2010, this is Pravesh chart. Sun is the Hora Lord. The Dasha running right now is Mars. Can Mars give a job? Not really. He is a second and seventh Lord, and he is in Bhadakasthana. So forget Mars. Mercury, he can give a job. Which house is he in?
I think current Dasha is Mercury though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I see. I was looking at the previous Dasha also then. I said Mars. Okay. So Mercury is running now. Mercury is in the 4th house. Oh, I thought he was in the 5th house. So Mercury is in the 4th house. With Lagna Lord Venus, and they are reasonably close. So both of them are in the 4th house. So okay, he may give a job, but not very like. Had he been in the 5th house, he would have been stronger. But being the 9th Lord with the Lagna Lord, he can give a job. He can give some good. He can give success. Mercury has a chance, but even better is Saturn. Saturn is he's the Yokarka.
He's in the 1st house.
He's in the 12th house. Though he is in the 12th house, he is exalted Yokarka. So there is a chance, especially if he is in the 12th house, he will be aspecting the 6th house. So being being the Yokarka in exaltation, aspecting the 6th house of service, he can give service. So Saturn Dasha, there is a chance.
And far away land.
Well, this is already far away land. So, there is a chance of finding a job. Right now there is a chance, but in the month of January there is a better chance. At the end of December and the month of January, there is a better chance of finding a job. But overall, until the end of January, from now onwards, until the end of January, there is a good chance of finding a job. The time is actually conducive. So if he looks seriously, he can find a job. But my long-term advice, which I gave to him privately a couple of years back, 2 or 3 years, 2.5 years back, was, the going will not be great for a few years. Just take it easy and reduce your expectations. Don't have rigid expectations based on the success you had a few years back. Be a little realistic, then you will enjoy your career. Otherwise, you are setting up yourself for failure. So, after that, Jupiter Dasha will come. Jupiter is not that good, Rahu is okay. So overall, the best period, if he really wants to find a job, the best period is till January 31st. So he should take advantage of that period. Now, moving back to India, does the current year seem conducive to that? Should we advise that during this year? Huh? Look at D4. Is there any good indication in the 5th house? Not really.
No.
Let's look at next year.
The 4th Lord in 5th house is the current year.
That's okay. Let's see if there is a stronger indication in the next year chart. So 2011 chart, is there a chance of going back to the motherland?
There are a lot of planets in 8th house.
Yeah. 8th house can show changes.
Changes.
Uh,
Start the region in 8th house.
Venus is the 5th Lord in 5th house.
Venus is the 5th lord, he is in the 8th house of change. And he is with the Lagna lord.
Lagna Lord.
But they are far away. And he is close to the 11th lord. So 5th lord and 11th lord are together in the 8th house. So there is some chance. And he is with the ruler of the year. So there is some chance during
Lord Juliet search.
Yeah, my sound, this particular version shows the 6 charts.
How do you see 6 charts at a time?
If you have a big enough screen, it will give you the option.
Oh,
If you click on any chart,
Okay.
it will show turn on tag chart mode in the. Is it grayed out or?
Yes.
If it is grayed out, if you have a really small display, so if I try to use 6 chart, the letters will be so small that you can't even see anything. So there is no point. So it disables that now. If you want, there is a way to force it. Basically, you can go to the INI file, but it's not worth it. It's disabled for a purpose. I think you have a really small, cute laptop.
12 inches.
Yeah, 12 inches. Okay. Okay, so what do you... and if you want to see more charts, what you can do is you can click on chakras. Instead of being in the dashas display, go to chakras, you can see 6 charts then. But we can see 12 charts that day.
Or you can see basic info.
Huh? Yeah, you can't see all those. If you want the info, you have to go back. But if you want to see multiple charts, that's the way. In small displays. Okay, so how is the next year, 2011 year? Is there a chance of moving back to the motherland? There is some chance. There is some chance, but it doesn't seem very likely. But there is some chance. Let's see 2012 chart. 2012. Hora Lord is Venus, and Venus is in the 12th house, and 12th house, 5th house is being aspected by a bunch of planets. and
It's not in both.
Lagna Lord is in Lagna, Saturn.
He's also the fifth lord.
Who's also the fifth Lord?
Venus.
Yeah, Venus is the fifth Lord, but I'm saying Lagna Lord, Saturn is in Lagna. So Lagna Lord, Saturn is in Lagna, so Saturn period there is a chance. So this year it seems very unlikely, next year there is a chance. So
No, this is 12, right?
yeah, 2012 also there is a chance. 2011 and 2012 we see some chance. But current year we don't really see much of a chance. So if he really wants to go back to India, he should plan in the 2011-2012 time frame. Especially when is Venus Dasa? Middle of 2012. Middle of 2012 seems like a good period. So
Yeah, something more.
there's still another year and a half or so. Huh?
May.
Yeah. So there is some chance of going back to India, and it's not a bad idea. And the best time to plan that would be after next October, 2011 October, and possibly in the when. See, Mercury period is also possible. So end of next year, end of 2011 or summer of 2012. Mercury Dasha and Venus Dasha in the Thidipravesh chart of 2011. So that is a good period to plan that. And as far as career is concerned, it's not terrible, but it's not great. The career is not great. It's a good idea to set the expectation low, and then whatever job he can manage, try to do the best instead of expecting appreciation, etc. Any other questions or comments you want to make? Okay. Do you have any other questions? Anything else we can discuss?
I have one little girl child.
Yeah.
She's like I wanted to see her health.
Okay. Give me the data.
Recently. Even though it's cesarean, but it's unplanned cesarean.
Okay.
It's,
Give me the data.
September 22nd,
September 22nd,
2010,
2010,
12:07 p.m.
12:07 p.m.
Portland, Oregon.
Portland. So they are seeing a little girl child
Health-wise, she's
having some trouble. Huh?
Meeting, like they're visiting doctors.
Okay, already at a young age. How should I save it?
Her name is Sharada Sahasra.
Okay. There is a little girl called Sharada Sahasra. The data is 2010 September 22, just a couple of months old. 2010 September 22nd, 12:07 p.m. 7 hours west of GMT, that is Pacific Daylight Saving Time. Place is Portland, Oregon, USA. 122 degrees, 40 minutes, 30 seconds west, 45 minutes, 31 seconds, 45 minutes, 45 degrees, 31 minutes, 25 seconds. Now, Lagna should be 2 degrees 50 minutes Scorpio, Moon should be 29 degree Aquarius, 29 degrees 7 minutes Aquarius. Okay.
Lot of skin rashes.
Skin rashes. Skin rashes and what else? Lot of skin rashes and doctor visits. Health is not good. Any other health problems apart from skin?
They are still diagnosing.
Huh?
They are still 2 years, so they are not connected.
Okay. So they are not sure what the problem, underlying root cause is. Okay. How is this little kid's health? What is the dasha running right now? What is the dasha running right now?
Right now is Jupiter.
Yeah, Purabhadra, so must be Jupiter. So Jupiter dasha is running for another 5 years, approximately. Is Jupiter can Jupiter give problems, health problems? Why is Jupiter giving health problems? Huh? Second and fifth lord give health problems?
No.
Well, second is afflicted. Second is the house of Balarishta. Second house has Rahu in it. Right? So, because of that, being the dispositor of Rahu, Jupiter can give some of Rahu's results. He can give some health problems. Huh?
Jupiter is benefit for the Scorpio.
Yeah, he is benefit, clearly.
Yeah.
He is benefit, Jupiter is benefit, and but the thing is giving the results of Rahu, he can give some problems. Rahu is in the second house. Right?
Yeah.
So there can be some problems, but he's not that bad. Why is Jupiter Dasha being so bad? I mean, for a small child, small baby, to go to doctor, have all skin rashes, it is a serious problem. So there must be a serious affliction to Jupiter. Why is he giving this?
Saturn.
Yeah, Sun Saturn combination is affecting him, but that's not all. See, where do you see suffering? Which chart? Trimsamsa. So apart from Rashi, look at Trimsamsa. How is Jupiter in Trimsamsa? How is Jupiter in Trimsamsa? Yeah? He's the Lagna Lord.
Trimsamsa.
Sorry, not Lagna Lord. He's the 8th Lord and 11th Lord.
8th, 11th Lord.
In the 12th house. So 8th Lord and 12th Lord, 8th Lord and 11th Lord, a functional malefic. And like I told you earlier, in Trimsamsa, who are important? 8th Lord, 6th Lord and Bhadaka Lord. So he, being the 8th Lord, will give some health problems. During entire Jupiter Dasha, health will be problematic. And being in the 12th house, he can give hospital visits, etc. So overall, Jupiter Dasha is problematic Dasha.
Jupiter is actually dispositing, he's initiating Saturn, who's in the 11th house, is the Bhadaka Lord too.
Yeah, he is the dispositor of Bhadaka Lord. Right. And 8th house is very powerful with bunch of planets there. So overall, including 6th Lord. So he is the dispositor of, he is the 8th Lord, he is the dispositor of 6th Lord and Bhadaka Lord. So Jupiter is problematic. And the Antardasha running right now is?
Moon, sir.
Moon. Moon Rala. Moon is not yet. Sun. Sun Antardasha. So right now is Sun Antardasha. Is Sun bad? Not really. He is okay. Sun is okay. And then Moon will come. Is Moon okay? Moon is not good. Moon is in the 6th house. He is the 3rd Lord. Moon is a malefic in Trimsamsa. So, and in the Rashi chart, he is a Bhadaka Lord. So, and from his own sign, he is in Manakarka Sthana. So, Moon Antardasha will be even worse. Okay? So, overall, there is a problem. Now, one thing is, how do you see skin problems? What shows skin problems? So, blood related, right? So, skin is, well, I don't know the diagnosis. Skin problem can be blood related, it can be several causes. The Ayurvedic theory is if there is a lot of pitta, right, and then lot of impurities in the blood, then basically skin will be, skin will have rashes, etc. That is the Ayurvedic theory. And if you look at the Rashi chart, Lagna is Scorpio. Right? Lagna is Scorpio with Mandi in it. Mandi is actually very close to Lagna. That is another affliction. Mandi being very close to Lagna shows affliction. Anyway, Lagna is a fiery sign. And where is Lagna Lord Mars? He is in the 12th house. He is in the 12th house. Mars is in the 12th house. He is with Venus. And who are aspecting Lagna? Nobody has a strong aspect. So basically you go by the nature of Lagna. Lagna Lord is Mars. Lagna is Scorpio. So overall fiery. And secondly, Mandi is in Lagna, it shows lot of poison, lot of toxins. In general, Mandi shows poisons, right? So if Mandi is in Lagna, the system has lot of poison. In other words, toxins. The body has a lot of toxins. Whatever lifestyle the mother followed when she was pregnant with the baby, resulted in baby's body having a lot of toxins in it, the blood and various tissues accumulating a lot of toxins. So some kind of gentle detoxification will be useful. And secondly, pitta reduction will be useful. But the thing is, it's very difficult to reduce pitta in a small baby. So you can't really do much. Let her go through the oil massage can be used. Oil massage can be used. But the thing is to remove impurities from the blood.
What type of oil?
See, normally for rashes they recommend sesame oil. But the thing is here, if it's a pitta condition, sesame is not really good. Then you need some cooling oil like corn oil, etc.
Or coconut oil.
Coconut oil is good. For pitta condition, coconut oil is good. So using coconut oil massage is not a bad idea. But how will be Saturn Dasha? Will health be restored in Saturn Dasha? Well, Saturn is the third lord. He is a functional male phase, right?
Yes.
He is a functional male phase, and how close is Sun to him? Sun is at 5 degree 40 minutes. Saturn is at 12:44. So they are reasonably far apart, not too far apart. So basically he is afflicted by Sun, and he is a functional malefic. So his dasha will not be too great. In Trichyamsa also he is the Basaka Lord. So Saturn dasha will not be great either. So overall, some health problems may be there. This is not a chart of somebody very, very healthy. This is a reasonably unhealthy chart. So what can she do? What kind of propitiation can parents do? Basically, Mars, Lagna Lord should be strengthened. Especially he is weak in an inimical sign in the 12th house. So Lagna Lord needs to be strengthened. For Mars it can be either Hanuman or Narsimha. And he is with Venus. And moreover, Mandi is in Lagna. Mandi shows poisons. So for removing poisons, the best will be Narsimha. So using Narsimha mantra and using Narsimha's bija, Shraum. That bija basically keep the baby nearby and chant Shraum, Shraum like that. Ksha, Ra, Au, M, Shraum. So chant the Shraum, that is a poison killing, poison removing bijakshara. So chant that bijakshara in the presence of the baby, parents or whoever can, so that can help. So Kshaum bijakshara, Narsimha, Lakshmi Narsimha, have a picture of Lakshmi Narsimha in the room of the baby and chant some Lakshmi Narsimha slokas like Lakshmi Narsimha Kalalamba Stotram by Shankaracharya. So that kind of things can be done. So that can help. One thing is, this child is likely to be spiritual. Because Lagna Lord is in the 12th house, right? And that too with the 12th Lord Venus. So child is likely to, and Ketu in the 8th house. Rahu Ketu on the 8th house axis. So this is a reasonably spiritual chart. Quite spiritual. Are parents spiritual? No?
Mother is spiritual.
I see.
Actually, there is another, like I was looking at, you taught some 60 or 70th class to see the rebirth of the person or something like that.
Yeah.
I was trying to recollect because we believe that my mother is reborn or something like that.
I see.
So I took my mother's
I see.
chart and see.
Uh-huh. Do you see any similarities in the
Because
chakra of your mother? You know when your mother passed away?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So if you see some similarities, some key combinations may repeat basically if it's a case of rebirth.
Because this lady had no chance of birth actually, the childbirth,
Uh-huh.
mother. So only thing is lost my mother's Tithi that then one priest suggested to have something, what is it called, donate something to somebody for jail or something.
Yeah.
So within 1 year it happened actually.
Mm-hmm.
So it is unlikely to have jail work actually.
That's interesting. Do you know your mother's Puja Chakra?
Yes.
Give me the Puja Chakra details of your mother.
Actually we named against my mother name, Sharada.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I have opened so many tabs, so it's not in the November 30th, 2007.
November 30,
2007,
2007,
2:45 p.m.
2:45 p.m.
Hyderabad, India.
Okay. So we are looking at the chart when this girl's grandmother, right?
Yes.
This girl's grandmother passed away a few years back, and then this girl's mother was not supposed to have a child. Childbirth was almost impossible in her case, and then based on the advice of a priest, on the tithi of her mother, the mother of this baby, on the tithi of her own mother who passed away, she gave some donation, and within 1 year she got pregnant. So they speculate that this may be the
Donation is not money actually.
Yeah.
It is something Boji Bharna, something.
okay, some ritual they did.
Yeah.
So they are speculating that this may be the rebirth of the mother. So let us we basically wanted to see if there is a that can never be really confirmed or denied astrologically. We don't have any science behind it, but we'll try to see if there are anything standing out. How should I say it? What is your mother's name?
Sharada.
Punya Chakra of Sharada Mein. Okay. So if you compare the two charts, actually what we see is in the case of rebirth, the Punya Chakra and the next birth Rashi Chakra, there will be some similarities. Some key combinations will basically persist. So let us see. In the Punya Chakra, Punya Chakra Pisces is the Lagna, right? So Punya Chakra Pisces is the Lagna. So what I mentioned earlier in that class which we did not record is the seventh house you basically is the last desire. When the soul is leaving at the time of the Punya, at the time of death, seventh house is your last desire, what you are thinking of at the last moment. So take the seventh house as Lagna and then see what are the various influences. So if you take the seventh house Virgo as Lagna, the key combination is the 12th house is standing out with Saturn, Moon and Ketu in the 12th house. So there is an influence of Saturn, Moon and Ketu on the 12th house, on the 12th house of Moksha. And here in this particular case, this particular child's chart, is there a similar influence on the 12th house? Not really, right? But the thing is on the 12th house, there is, from the 12th house, if you take the Kendras, Konas, the Moksha Trikonas, Moon and Ketu are in Konas from the 12th house. And secondly, the third house contains Sun and Rahu. Sun and Mercury combination. So here on the third house, is there a Sun and Mercury influence? Not really. Sun is in Kona, but there is no strong Mercury influence. So overall, the thing is, I will not go through everything, but if you compare like that, if you look at various houses and see is there any correlation, I don't really see any strong correlation. So I can't really conclude that there is a good chance that this is a rebirth or something. It's very difficult to say that. It does not seem like that. But the thing is, once a soul leaves, it is, if the blessings of the soul are there, if the blessings of a recently departed soul are there, if the soul really wanted a child to come in the family, it is possible that the soul can arrange for it. So, any other comments, any other questions? But the thing is, this chart has some weakness from the point of view of health. So, it will be a good idea to propitiate Narasimha. And one more thing is, if Scorpio is the Lagna and Mandi is in Lagna, Scorpio is a very evil sign and Mandi is very close to Lagna in Scorpio. So the thing is, there will be a lot of toxicity in the body in the long run. I'm not talking about just now because of the birth, because of the pregnancy, lifestyle in the pregnancy. I'm not talking about just that. See, the thing is, people use microwave, people go near microwave even when they're pregnant, people use thermocol, people use all kinds of plastics, paper. So many things get into our body. So just a few molecules here and there getting into the fetus can cause some problems. So, but the thing is, overall in the long run, this is a chart with some vulnerability to toxicity. So the thing is, having staying away from unnecessary chemicals and living a very simple organic kind of lifestyle will be very advisable for this person, because some people, even if they are living very highly chemical lifestyle, they are okay with it. Some people are very sensitive to it. This person is likely to be sensitive to that kind of lifestyle. So if there are a lot of toxins in the neighborhood, in the vicinity, a lot of strong chemicals being used, chemicals in the food, etc. Because of Mandi very close to Lagna, this person may be affected. So living a very simple lifestyle will be better. And Lakshmi Narasimha and Shrom, those will be really beneficial. Any other questions, comments? Okay. So, see, one thing I wanted to see the Vinshamsa. The Vinshamsa, 12th Lord Mercury is in the 9th Lord Mercury is in the 12th house. Good. 8th Lord Sun is strong. Yokarka Venus is in the 2nd house of, okay, Jupiter is in the 10th house. Good. So overall, this is a reasonably spiritual chart. So they can give some spiritual samskaras to the child from a young age. It will be helpful. Okay, so with that I end the discussion.
Do you have another chart for next week?
We'll see it next week. Yeah. So you already reserved it. So next week we'll get the first slot. Om Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Sarve dharmika jana sukhino bhavantu. Yavad bhumandale sanatana dharmo vardhatu. Visheshatah bharatakhande. Om Shanti Shanti